Our story begins in New France, which was an area colonized by the French in Canada during the period of exploration. Frontenac was the governor of New France between the years of 1672 and 1698, and is known as the most famous governor of New France. As a governor, his job as the highest rank official was to carry out the king's orders, as well as make sure everyone did their jobs properly, control the relationship between the First Nations, and also was in charge of the armies. As governor, Frontenac had many plans, including expanding the settlement beyond Quebec to trade more furs around the Great Lakes and to build forts during their travels further west. During this time, in the 1660s, there was some fighting between the First Nations and the French colonies, causing a war between them in the 1670s. The French armies of over 2,000 people commissioned by Frontenac to go to the First Nations land caused them to flee their homes and burn down the town. Later that year, Frontenac then signed a peace treaty with the First Nations. The agreement stated that during the fighting between the French and the British, the First Nations and the French would be neutral, and this treaty turned out to be very successful, causing the future governors to be stress and worry-free about attacks on New France and the people to feel safe. Frontenac made New France a place with bigger and better colonies, and was a big role in the development of the parts of Canada. Today he is honored by having Le Chateau Frontenac, a famous Quebecois hotel named after him, as well as colonized other locations of New France and Quebec and expanding the fur trading.